Hi friends, welcome to our very first PLE, pay-per-view, whatever the fuck you want to call it, review. We're going to be talking about Backlash today. We just watched it a few hours ago. First initial thoughts, questions, concerns, comments, ideas, go.
Greatest crowd of all time?
Probably.
It might be. I still need to watch Puerto Rico back. I need to watch Backlash last year.
Yeah.
Because that might be the greatest crowd of all time. I think it's Mania 18 or 19 in Canada. That one is insane as well. But I'm pretty sure, don't get me wrong. EO's moment in Puerto Rico is dope.
Yeah.
But the moment is
Zelina's
that.
was too.
And Zelina's was great. And Cody had a big pop.
Yeah.
And LA Knight had a big pop.
Cody gonna have a big pop.
But it was about Bad Bunny. The Bad Bunny pop is the craziest thing I've ever seen outside of maybe the Hardys at WrestleMania 33.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe Backlash had a bigger. They definitely had a bigger moment.
Yeah.
But I think that maybe
It
consistently,
elevated it.
Yeah. I think maybe consistently, this crowd was the best.
Like throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like when I think about Backlash, like I know Bad Bunny had a huge pop. Zelina had a pop, like that whole thing. I just feel like the way that France was so invested and like constantly cheering and like they popped so hard, like it made me like feel invested. And like I even joked on the pod that I was like, I'm getting emotional. They're singing Ready song. And I blamed it on no sleep, but also, like, that was amazing that they were literally fucking singing voices. And I don't think I've ever heard a crowd do that before, to that level anyway. And so I think they were so loud and so hyped and so, like, into it that, like, it made me, like, a little emotional and more invested. And I didn't feel that way for Puerto Rico.
I was hyped for EO, man. EO was honorary Puerto Rican that night.
I was hyped. And, like, obviously the reception for, like, Zelina was amazing and, like, emotional. Bad Bunnies was really cool. But, like, I felt it consistently through the whole show.
Yeah.
Like, they made me invest in AJ Styles. They made me
the
feel
AJ
like
pop
I was really,
is crazy.
You know what I mean? And so, like, but, like, Backlash in Puerto Rico didn't do that. They made me, like, hyped for the people that I already knew were going to get the pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like France really just, like, they were like, we're here for a good fucking time. Like, they hyped up everyone.
Yeah.
Which I really liked.
Yeah, I wonder when the last time, like, there was I don't know if there's ever been, like, a French pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I don't know the last time they actually, like, went to France on, like, TV. Because I'm sure that they've done house shows when they do, like, Belfast and they do all these places. And, so I'm sure they did Paris and probably Lyon. But I don't know the last time they've actually done that. So those fans were waiting a long time. It shows how spoiled we are. Because every single person knows voices. Every single person could sing along, but they don't sing along. Also, it just shows international fans are better, likely because of soccer culture.
Oh, my God. Okay. Skipping.
Shout out football.
You said soccer. All right, getting into the card. Let's start with Randy KO versus the new Bloodline. Okay, first and foremost, obviously, we talked about the Randy reception already. That was fucking insanity. Absolutely loved it.
KO got a great reception too. Just Randy was.
It was just singing voices was like so. Like I literally was like I would kill somebody to be there right now singing voices with these people. I have mentioned vaguely that I am a pretty big fan of this new solo Sikoa that we have going on. I like it. I like it a lot. And I think it's like, I try to explain it where it's like, because everybody's like, oh, like you hated Roman and like Solo and Bloodline before, but like now you like Solo now. He's very different than Roman in the way that he runs it. He is almost like, to give an example, if Roman Reigns had to repeat himself, he's more so just like, did you not hear me?
Right.
And he was like, don't make me repeat myself.
Yeah.
And he's very like, just like within himself, right? Solo Sikoa, when he had to repeat himself, he looked at Paul Heyman and he was like, are you fucking stupid?
Right.
He's like, are you kidding? Are you dumb? Like, he's like a bully.
Yeah.
In that way. But he's like very cocky about it, where he's like, what did you say the other day where you're like, Roman is like a god and
Roman's a god and Solo's like more of like a gangster. Like if they're both running like crime or like running running their group like Roman is a mafioso. Roman is taken from like Godfather. He is a mafioso organized strategic boss.
Yeah.
He may be evil, but he is strategic. He is smart in the way that he does it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Solo is more of like
show up, wreck shit, leave.
It feels like he's like Suge Knight, where he is just like Roman. Okay, good way to describe this is like Roman if they were like invading somewhere, like if this was like a war or something. Like if Roman came in, he would find the ways to get through, right?
Okay.
To find the best possible way. Solo would just start shooting. He would just come in and just start shooting.
Yeah.
And just try to wreck everything.
Yeah.
Like it's very like bull in a china shop. Just very like my goal is to just destroy everybody.
Right.
Head first.
And we also saw like this match wise, this was a good match.
Yeah.
I like that they made it a street fight. I always love a good KO in a street fight.
Mm-hmm.
I love that for me.
KO's very good in street fights.
But there was no like crazy significance to this match really until the end.
Yeah.
Is where they kind of brought in something.
You want to talk about Tonga Loa?
Pop is too nice of a word.
Tonga Loa?
It was not a pop. Tonga Loa, we saw by now, because now we saw it after the show ended.
Yes.
That he missed his spot a little bit. He came in a little late, and the ref kind of had to start throwing himself out before
the ref
Tonga
jumped
got up.
halfway out the ring before Tonga got to his foot.
Which, like, also, can we actually pause and give the ref credit? Because, like, the way that he did it, I didn't even fucking notice that Tonga didn't pull him out.
Yeah.
Like, he fucking flung his legs some way.
Yeah.
That,
to be like,
it looked like he was being pulled out.
Right.
I didn't even notice.
That would be hard to do. Like, if somebody told me,
I don't know how you do it.
Hey, like, look like you're being pulled away, but nobody's actually pulling you. I don't know how to do that.
Right. So it was good. So shout out to the ref. I don't remember what ref that was, but shout out to him because you killed that. But everyone thought it was going to be Jacob Fatu, who is signed, correct?
Who is signed. Yes.
Okay. So, not sure why it wasn't him. I'm not sure if they're waiting for, like, a bigger pay-per-view, maybe. He shows up at SummerSlam or like, something, Money in the Bank for him. But, like, I know if you want to take over for a few minutes, I don't know a damn thing about this man, other than that is his brother. So,
no, this is not going to be disrespect to Tonga Loa. I am just going to give my opinion here. Tonga Loa, brother of Tama Tonga, they're part of Gorillas of Destiny. They're a part of Bullet Club for a long time.
Camacho? What was his name?
Why am I forgetting now?
Camacho?
Camacho, that's
okay.
it. Yeah, it was Camacho and Hunico.
I think I saw a Minnie tweet, and she was like, Camacho? And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Camacho and Hunico were a team when... So, Hunico ended up being Sin Cara.
Okay.
All right. I'm trying to make this as fast as I can because no one's actually going to care about this. Sin Cara was Mystico, who is wrestling like AEW.
Right.
He's a CMLL god, right?
Right.
But then they kept messing up moves and everything, and he didn't like WWE. So he left, but they wanted to keep the Sin Cara character. So then Hunico became the Sin Cara character. Then everyone kind of stopped caring about Sin Cara. And then he just was like, all right, I'm Hunico. And then Hunico and Camacho were a tag team.
Okay.
Bang. That's how that happened. So, yeah. But then he went, Camacho was just like, respectfully, a jobber in WWE. Like, he was never a big guy in WWE. So then he went off to New Japan, did his stuff with Bullet Club and Tama. And they were good for a while. Gorillas of Destiny I really did like. So, like, if you're talking like 2015, I'm excited. 2024, and I'm watching Tonga Loa. And it's crazy that people are like, oh my God, it's Tonga Loa.
Because those are people who don't know who he is.
They don't know who he is. But then if you were like, oh my God, you remember Camacho? They're like, the dude that was like...
They're just like, oh my God, it's his brother, it's someone else in the bloodline. Like, the bloodline's getting stacked with people again.
Yeah.
They don't understand anything about him. But I will say, what have I been saying about Tama Tonga?
That he's small? That he's not the enforcer?
Motherfucker is smaller than his brother. Also, he cannot be the enforcer. He cannot. I will not accept it. I will not even adhere to this. I will not even listen to it. He is not the enforcer. He is not.
Part of me is really sad because I used to be a Tama Tonga guy. I was a Tama Tonga guy back in Bullet Club a while ago. I really liked Tama Tonga. There was a point where I wanted Tama Tonga to run Bullet Club, and to be fair, that still may be a better option than David Finlay.
No one likes David Finlay.
No one likes David Finlay. But I don't fully understand his role in WWE yet. We still don't know what MFT means.
That's fair. Here's my thing. I like that they're kind of restacking the bloodline with new people.
Yeah.
I'm assuming down the line this eventually becomes like Roman, Jay, Jimmy versus Solo and his people.
Right.
Obviously, if he ends up with Jacob Fatu also, Jacob's gonna go on one side or the other, so they'll need another person.
Yeah.
To come in and do I don't know if that would be The Rock maybe or like somebody else,
could
but either way, I see this eventually going 4-on-4.
Yeah. That's War Games.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that would be like 2025 War Games. I don't see them getting that all together by this year.
Really?
I don't know if unless it's somebody who's not The Rock. I don't even know if they're going to bring Roman back that quickly.
No, I think Roman comes back around SummerSlam.
You think so?
And then
isn't he like someone said he was doing a movie or something?
I don't know his movie.
Also,
I will support. I will support Roman Reigns' movies. Man, it's an acting god. But he was in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I know. He was fine.
And so I do think that would make sense that it's Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Jacob. Because Jacob has the most impressive moveset that fans are going to like. I mean, I guess they could make it like...
Matt Riddle did kick his ass, but yeah. So.
Did you see one MLW match?
That's not true. I saw a whole damn card. And then a whole damn TV show. Because they made us sit there and fucking watch it before they would let Riddle do his damn meet and greet.
That's true.
That motherfucker was late for anyway.
That's true.
That shit was supposed to be at 6 and ended up being at 12.
Also, Jacob Fatu, basically best friends now with Malcolm, so...
He's friends with that whole family, bro. He's about to enter himself into the
bro, he's friends with Lance. He's
friends with Jacob. He's friends
with
Zilla.
Bro, he's
like a step away from Jimmy.
Yeah, honestly, that's where I'm gonna come in to play. I'm gonna be the Jimmy guy. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm cautiously open-minded about where this is going. I just don't know. They're not giving information.
I really like where they're going, but I want to see because Paul is so scared right now. He is shooting 100% from the field right now. Like his acting job is incredible right now, and he's so scared of this bloodline.
He's talking about them like they're like sadistic.
Right. They're gonna murder these people.
Right.
And the only thing that they have done, which was crazy for WWE to do, was the car wreck.
The car wreck.
And that's a big deal.
I was impressed almost because I was like, damn, y'all putting that on TV?
But like, KO was just in a street fight less than a year ago where he was busted open.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that was against Judgment Day, I'm pretty sure. And like, so like I was kind of expecting to see something like crazy, that. Where I expected to see a brutal beatdown after and maybe that will still happen on SmackDown. I don't know. But like I was expecting something crazy to happen to Randy or Kevin. And I was like, Randy might take time off again. I don't know like, what's about to happen. But it didn't happen. So I'm like, so for me, I was sitting there being like, all right, let's wait for this big moment. Yeah. And then I was like,
the big moment was
It's Tonga Loa. But then it's like, all right, so then maybe something crazy's happening. And then it didn't. Yeah. So I really love the match as a whole.
Yeah.
I didn't love the ending.
They need to make the way that they're talking about them fit what they're actually doing.
They need to back up Paul Sphere.
Yeah. Yeah. Because otherwise it's just like, my other thought was like, my first thought was is he trying to portray like anxiety because he has no control rather than fear? But when he told Randy and KO like don't do it, like that's fear. Yeah. So it is fear.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not backing up what you're saying.
You're right.
So we need to work on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like legitimately like if Tonga Loa would have came in with a screwdriver or something and just like busted
I was expecting like John Moxley
right
like the head.
And they don't have to be as graphic and as gruesome as AEW, but something big that WWE fans go, didn't expect that.
Right.
That's a little left field.
Yeah.
That I think that would have really tied in and made them feel serious, and I think that they got to do that like soon.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like start on Friday.
Probably, yeah.
Speaking of SmackDown and something a little unexpected, let's go to the next match. So the women's triple threat. Mm-hmm. We had Bayley, Naomi, Tiffany, my girl. We ended with a roll-up.
Listen,
respectfully, in the context of a triple threat on a PLE for the women's title. I hate a roll-up ending. I hate that. I could deal with a roll-up ending on any Raw, on any SmackDown. I don't like it for a title match on a PLE.
Yeah.
It's a little boring. I expect a little more.
I think that's fair. I think Naomi got a great reception when she came out,
did.
which I was really happy about.
She did.
I think Tiffany, I don't know, I could be reading way too much into it. I think Tiffany kind of was expecting a bigger pop. Like, she was doing the Tiffany time, and it was just kind of like, it wasn't, like, you know.
She got booed, but it wasn't crazy.
You know, but, like, I think that she thought she was getting some Australia.
She might have, yeah.
Type stuff.
Or she was hoping for it, and it didn't happen. That way.
But then...
But that's kind of the downside, a little bit, to, like, being so beloved. No, being, like, so beloved so quickly, and your first experience being this crazy pop, that it's like you kind of naturally want to expect it each time, and it's never gonna happen that way.
Yeah, you're never gonna maintain that love that early in your career. But then they sang for Bailey. It was great. I kind of wish Tiffany was a little bit more involved in the ending, because it's a really good match. Once again, it's very similar to the first match. It's a very good match. A little bit of a weird ending, where, like, I kind of wish that Tiffany was, like, going up. She did the PME, and it was like Naomi didn't. What?
I just hear Harry drinking water.
Yeah. I don't know if they can hear it, but he's definitely drinking water in the background. I wish it was something where, like, both of them were knocked out, so she goes up for the PME to win it, and then Naomi's actually knocked out. Bailey's not. She puts her legs up, hits Tiffany. She rolls up Tiffany, pins her, and then Naomi, like, wakes up and is like,
"What the fuck just
happened?
happened?"
What just happened? And Bailey's like, "I got it," and she's like, "All right," because I do like that they were like, no bad blood between Naomi and Bailey.
No, I like that they kept that, but it's also like there was no, like, big moment in this match, like, and I don't even mean like it needs to be anything crazy. No. Again, like, but just like even like Tiffany didn't even hit her PME, like she went for it and both girls moved, so like I genuinely can't think of one, like, and I don't want to say, like, big moment, because I feel like that makes me sound like I'm asking for a lot. Yeah. I just feel like a cool spot. Yeah. I don't remember a cool spot.
Yeah, like a really
being in this match. Yeah. Which I've kind of come to expect with these three women. Yeah. In all other scenarios. Right. So when you put them together, I was like, there's gonna be some cool shit. Right. So I was just a little surprised by that. Like, the match was good. I just feel like I expected a little bit more. Maybe that's on me, but I thought we'd see a little.
No, I think that these are three of the best women. And you were kind of expecting to see one of them have a big, cool moment. Yeah. In the way that, like, I think that, like, Randy and Kayla and all of them got to have these really cool moments. Yeah. It would have been really cool to see that. I also noticed, I think that they cut Naomi's entrance a little bit, because, like, they just went, like, right to her, and she was, like, in the middle of the entrance. I don't know if people caught that.
I didn't catch that.
Or maybe I was wrong. But, yeah, I think that, like, the coolest moment was probably just Naomi's entrance. But now I don't know where they go with Naomi. I don't know where they go with Tiffany. I don't know why Nia wasn't involved. I thought maybe Nia would get involved with Tiffany.
We thought she was going to come in at the end.
Right, like as an attack after Bailey and Naomi were good. Yeah. Because now I feel like they're going Bailey Nia. I feel like that's probably the next move, because there's not a ton of we've been talking about this before. There's not a ton of, after the draft, there's not a ton of heel women on the SmackDown side.
There's not a ton in general,
but really on the SmackDown side, it's not.
Somebody gotta have to fucking turn.
It's Naomi, it's Tiffany, it's Chelsea, who's right now probably doing some NXT stuff, Piper, and, like, Candice and Indy. And I don't think that they're probably gonna promote them up to the main event scene just yet. No,
but that, like, they have all these, like, main event stars, but most of them are baby faces. Yeah. And then everything else is, like, respectfully, maybe mid-card. Yeah. Or lower. Yeah. So it's like, you have some heels in that group. Yeah. But like, you can't be like, Alba Fire versus Bailey. Like, give me a fucking break. Yeah. Be fucking for real. Yeah. So, it's very mixed matched now.
I think that they have the problem with arguably their four biggest stars being Bailey, Naomi, Bianca, Jade. Yeah. All baby faces at the moment. Yeah. I do think that either Jade or Bianca is going to turn on the team. Yeah. I don't think that team's... We'll talk about that in a second. But, yeah, I think that they got to have one of them turn. And I don't know which one I prefer, actually.
For Jade and Bianca?
Yeah, I don't know which one I prefer. But I think that Nia's the first one.
I have thoughts, but we'll do that one later.
Yeah, I think that Nia's the next one.
She kind of has to be. Yeah. They don't have a ton of options. I will say that we need to be... You see Harry's nose.
You see Harry's nose.
I do think we need to be done with Naomi Tiffany, though. Because we've been doing that since since Tiffany got called up.
Yeah.
Which was like February.
Yeah.
Or something. Hooray. He's interrupting.
Yeah. I think it's probably Bailey Nia, unless they want to try to go Bailey like Candice or Bailey Chelsea maybe, but I don't think Chelsea's gonna do double duties with it, like both women's title matches.
Also weird that they pulled her to NXT. She just got drafted to SmackDown.
I think she's the stopgap between Roxanne and Julia.
That's fine, but like just weird.
But no, it is weird. But that makes me think even more so that it's not going to be Chelsea. So I think it's Bailey Nia until probably
maybe Charlotte comes back or something.
Charlotte coming back would be really nice to have, and we need her heel.
Which sucks because I liked her on her last babyface run.
Yeah, I know. But there's so many baby faces.
I know, but I was finally liking Charlotte Flair, and now they're gonna have to switch. Which maybe I'll still like her as a heel, but I just like the run that she was on before.
Yeah.
But it sounds like that's kind of where they're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
And transitioning into another match that is like, where the fuck are we going? Damian Priest and Jey Uso. Listen, I feel things.
So
I have feelings.
You go ahead. You go ahead. Discuss your feelings.
It's just.
What do you mean?
It's my feelings.
That's your feelings?
Move on. I don't.
Move on from Priest and Jey?
Yeah.
I think that they're going to, because
immediately.
They.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's weird. It doesn't fit. It's not like. I feel like we have been sitting here waiting for the big Damian feud or the big thing, like, spot they're gonna give him, storyline or something, for like a fucking year now. And like now he has the title, and the first feud is him and Jey Uso. Who he's not
necessarily like hate him.
It's not a big feud. It was just like the result of a tournament, which I know was like a thing, but we've also done this.
But
a million times. We have done Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, a million fucking times. Please separate.
I think that they are done with putting Jey in the title picture right now, which is why I thought he should move over to SmackDown, because it would have made way more sense. And they literally have the Bloodline interact with Jey before this match.
Yeah.
Why is Jey on Raw? Because they're going to be like, oh, we're going to do a trade? You did a trade last year with Jey Uso. Why is Jey Uso like the one player that's always getting traded? Jey Uso is becoming Trevor Ariza, and I don't like it for him.
No one got that.
Trevor Ariza's been like the most traded player in NBA history.
Feel like, I think they're trying to keep Jey away from the Bloodline because, as we know, WWE tries to draw out the Bloodline shit as long as fucking possible. And I think they're trying to keep him away from the Bloodline for now.
Yeah.
So that they can draw it out further.
Yeah.
And wait until, like, they literally have nothing left. And they say, okay, now we bring Jey in.
But they have something.
They have what?
Well, but they have something with Jey. They have something.
Right, but they are doing stuff without Jey, with the Bloodline right now. So they don't need him. They're just like, they're going to ride out the Bloodline thing literally as long as fucking possible. So I think that's why they're keeping Jey on Raw away from everything else that's going on. And with Jimmy not there, they're not gonna. They're at the very least they're not bringing him back into the Bloodline story until
Jimmy's
they deal with Jimmy first. They have to have Jey and Jimmy kind of figure that out before they move him to the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Which, do we even know how long Jimmy's out for?
No.
Do we have any idea of any of that information?
Nope.
Okay. I just like. You know what it is? I think it felt like Damian Jey match was put there really just to further Damian's story with the Judgment Day. To further the story of, like, he's going to leave them.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's clear. This match was fine. The coolest moment of all was, once again, entrance. Yeah, it was Jey Uso's entrance. Yeah. He comes down, not from the ramp.
He posted on Instagram today, and he said the Fireflies were out.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Cute. Yeah, he got all of the fans were going crazy. They actually were able to do this in unison, which is very, very hard for Americans.
Yeah, we can't do it in unison.
Which is, it's sad that the French just destroyed us.
Absolutely.
But I would love for him to get away from Yeet so much. Yeah, I say it on the pod all the time. It's just I just wish he didn't have to say it in every fucking sentence. Don't
be a Yeet hater. All right?
I'm not a Yeet hater.
You gotta be a Yeeter. You know.
okay.
Gotta eat. Sometimes you gotta eat stuff.
Yeah, sometimes
Sometimes you gotta eat
that's
stuff.
the most important. Is sometimes,
Yeah,
not
and
all
when
the
he's
time.
not on TV, he doesn't do it.
Not all the time. It's like sugar. You can have too much sugar.
Can you? You can?
Getting off of that part.
Right.
But I think that this was a fine match. Judgment Day ended up helping.
Yeah.
I think that eventually they are going to cost Priest, or Priest is going to go, I want to do this on my own.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
then
where
lose.
it's gonna go. Yeah.
Which it feels bad for Priest.
No, I don't think he's gonna lose.
Who do you think he beats? Solo or clean? Because it ain't Drew, and he got one pay-per-view left before Drew's taking that title at Clash.
When is Clash?
That's in like June.
Bitch. Can we stop having these
July.
motherfuckers lined up for this
I think
title?
it's July. It's like July 15th.
Then maybe they'll have to do that
Yeah.
if they're giving him that short of a reign.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, in my personal opinion. I wanted Damian Finn for the title.
I want Damian Finn for the title. It's just Clash. Like, Clash ruins this. But, like, Drew's not going to not win that title in front of all of the Scottish people. Like, come on.
That's annoying.
But I do think that you can do Finn Priest without the title. And that
Yeah.
will happen once Priest loses the title.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a little lesser.
I get it. There's a really good chance that it's Finn that costs him the title, and that Priest eventually goes straight on babyface. I think that the reason why he's cool with Jay still, and he didn't want Finn and JD attacking Jey Uso after the match,
was different.
which was very unique for Judgment Day.
Yeah,
because he did not do that about R-Truth.
Finn was literally like,
I think he's doing that because he relates to Jay, because Jay also has a screwed up family that he left, and I think that Priest is realizing that he's going to have to leave and that he wants to win on his own and be his own guy, and Jay has already done that. And then they're going to do Jay and Priest as tag team champions.
I don't think that's the same.
I'm
sure they're going to make it parallel like it's the same. I don't think it's the same.
But like that will happen because like when we were in Columbus, they had a promo where it was like they're kind of cool with each other.
Right? No, I get that, but I mean like, Damian Priest gonna look me in my fucking face and he gonna tell me that being with the privilege that is Dom in your group is like being with Roman Reigns. Get the fuck over yourself.
Yeah,
exit Damian.
Most people would say that.
Most people would say that Dom is a privilege. You're absolutely correct. Rhea Ripley is also a privilege.
Roman Reigns is a privilege. Jimmy Uso is a privilege.
I'm so busy.
Sami Zayn is a privilege.
I'm so busy.
And then I think that Rhea's going to come back and she's going to be like, why the fuck is everything
she's going to be like,
broken?
I left you alone for 5 seconds.
Everything's
everything.
broken.
Oh my god.
What?
That is it.
What?
Damian Priest versus Rhea Ripley. She gonna fuck him up.
Actually?
She would so fuck him up.
That's cooking.
That is
cooking.
That's the equality.
They may wear the same gear as well.
It's also possible.
Yeah, I think I think he probably loses the title at Clash, and then we get Priest and the Judgment Day breaking up. And Dom is just over there because Dom wasn't there in France, but maybe check the location. Where was he? You know, he might be chilling with Liv. You know,
I can't even get into that right now.
Might be hanging out with Liv.
Okay. Next match was women's tag.
Yes.
We have new tag champs.
New tag champs. Everyone knew it was gonna happen.
I'm very for this.
This is mega powers, bro.
It was absolutely insane. I wonder if they're gonna give them like a team name.
Unstoppable.
Probably.
Wait. What's the name of their handshake?
I don't
know. You know, or something like that. Yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what that is. That was cool though.
Yeah. I didn't love the match.
I didn't love the match.
I thought it was
respectfully. Jade was
off. I feel like the ref messed the momentum up.
The ref, I think, definitely fucked it up, but like Jade couldn't get back.
Yeah, I think it took a second for all of them to get back because I think Kyrie was kind of confused too of just like, all right, what's supposed to happen next? And I think that really sucks. The match was very good leading up to that.
Yeah.
I think it's great to see Bianca as the like.
Yeah, her coming in and kind of fixing it.
Yeah, no,
And
her
she
coming in
was
and
the
fixing it.
leader.
But I was saying, I love it that Bianca is like the wrestler,
Yeah.
and then she tags in
Jade for the
Jade,
hot tag,
and
the
Jade,
crazy
but
pop.
like Jade was like she jumped off the ropes and was like doing other stuff
Yeah.
to be like, okay, she's more than just like this brawling, tough wrestler.
Yeah.
And then something messes up with the ref.
The ref called out that Kyrie wasn't legal or something.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was like Kyrie and Asuka fucked up something or if the ref just like, I don't think the ref was supposed to point that out.
Yeah.
Because it threw them all off.
The problem is, in the same way that the ref knew that Tonga Loa is supposed to debut and stuff, I think it would have been better if the ref... I know, like, the ref is doing his job.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like it would have probably been better if he would have just went 1, 2, kick out, and then they could have just still done the whole thing.
Because I didn't even notice that Kyrie was illegal. I didn't even pick it up. So
I totally get why he did it, because technically he's doing his job.
Right. And I'm sure that there would have been those 2 people who were like, I saw that.
I saw that actually, yeah, but
like,
it would have
majority
not
of us,
messed up the moment.
No one noticed. Because then afterwards we were like, what the fuck just happened?
Right. Yeah, but then I think Kyrie looked over for Asuka, and Asuka was like on the ground somewhere. So then she can't tag in Asuka. So then she still has to wrestle. But then Jade's like, "No, the ref is saying you're not the legal person."
Right.
You know, and I think
it was just super messy.
Yeah.
So I did like that Bianca came back in, and she literally, one human in a 4-person match, she could just herself reset it. She got everybody back on track.
Bianca is the captain.
Yeah.
Bianca is Luffy.
And you're gonna fucking.
Bianca is Luffy
from
One Piece,
have an
man.
anime reference.
I mean,
well,
maybe you could say Nami. You could say Nami. You know, just kind of gets it all together. You know.
Anyway, I thought it was cool to see Bianca kind of be that person.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that bothered me about Jade was like, and maybe this is just gonna come with time for her. I liked overall her performance in the match.
Yeah.
I need a bitch to sell.
Mm-hmm.
She does not sell for shit.
Mm-hmm.
I vividly remember her face when Kyrie was behind her and had like her arms around her, and I don't remember what she was gonna do, but she was doing like just like that bear hug thing where she was pulling really hard, and I vividly remember Jade being like, and just and I was like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, she just doesn't really sell, and I get that like in AEW she didn't have to, because she was just squash match after squash match, dominant, like it was done 2 minutes and out. But like we gonna need you to do that. Yeah. Like. Yeah. I don't even know how to like.
Especially when you're in the ring with 2 of the best in Kyrie and Asuka,
right. Yeah,
know?
like you're gonna have to.
And it's like Bianca sells. If Bianca is selling, like everybody gotta sell. Like.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey, you need to sell.
I don't think Ronda Rousey ever come back to wrestling, so.
She ain't. She said, fuck all y'all. That book, bro, I almost want to buy it because she spilled so much tea.
There's some interesting stuff.
She talked so much shit. I kind of want it. I kind of want the book.
I don't know if I want to give Ronda Rousey money, but
I don't either. But like, how do I read it for free?
I'm sure it'll be on audiobook.
That's fair. But yeah, no, I really like this match. I'm excited. On the plus side of Jade, since I kind of gave a negative, I overall still liked her a lot. I think this like part of my thing was I was like, similar to Bianca, she stands out so much. Like her physique, her strength, aura, the whole thing. Like she stands out so much that I was like, I don't know where she fits. Yeah. Into anything.
Because you see her and you're like, main event.
Right. Yeah. And I was a little nervous about Bianca being in the tag team because like I look at Bianca and I was like, women's champ. What are you doing? Right. Yeah. But seeing them work together. And I think almost them being so similar is what makes it work. Yeah. But, like, they flow very well together. They do. And I didn't love Jade's little piece of the talking part of the backstage segment where Bianca was like, I'm about to be done with Damage Control. And then she turns to Bayley and she's like, I'm going to be done with Damage Control because I'm so sick of Damage Control and I am done with it. And Bayley was like, I didn't like Jade speaking beforehand, she sounded scripted. Yeah, a little bit. Which, like, I know AEW doesn't really do scripts as, like, WWE, so that just may take time for her to get used to it. But I think her physical acting with Bianca afterwards, 12 out of 10. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. So I think she has to get used to it. But I think this match solidified for me that, like, I'm finding out where, like, she's getting her flow. She's fitting. Like, she works now
Yeah.
in this storyline where I was unsure beforehand. So I'm very happy for that. I'm very excited for where this goes. I think they're going to try to kind of revamp the women's tag division.
Yeah, and I think that putting two of the best... I think Kyrie and Asuka did a great job.
They did.
They
think, started it.
Yeah, they
Bianca
started
and Jade
it.
are going to now next level it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And also, I did just realize that I was making whole Pirate and One Piece references for Bianca, and I wasn't even doing it for Kairi Sane, who's literally the Pirate Queen. Shout out Kairi Sane. She drove the ship to, start this process. Now we have new captains.
Right. Okay.
But I think that it's not going to be super long.
I don't think it's going to be long either, but getting back to what we talked about earlier, that Bianca or Jade has to turn, I think it has to be Jade. I don't think there's another option.
I could see Bianca turning just because she turned on Jade and then she revamps her feud with Bayley.
But, that would make her the heel, which Bianca does not want to do, and I genuinely don't know. I think she's going to be female John Cena. I don't think they're ever going to turn her, and I don't know if they should. I think, I always say I would love to see Cody as a heel.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ever going to give me that.
Yeah.
Because Cody is the new Superman character that all the kids love, and, that's just, they're not going to do that. Bianca is the female version of that. I don't know if they're ever going to make her turn. But I also think Jade makes the most sense to turn, because
Jade's naturally a heel.
She's a great bitch.
Also,
she's a great bitch.
It's very similar to Charlotte. It's very similar to Rhea, even though people love Rhea so much. And Bianca's similar in this aspect, but, Jade isn't relatable when you look at her. It's like you are super, you're a superhero.
Yeah.
Charlotte is Jade, Charlotte, Rhea, Bianca too, but they're cut out of stone. Yeah, they're so it's easy to be oh yeah, you're a supervillain because you're not even human. You're so incredible.
But I think it could very much be say they lose the tag titles, Bianca gets pinned, and it could be something as simple as Jade blames her. She's I got gold and you lost it. She's I'm better than you.
I think
I'm strong. She could be I'm stronger than you. I'm faster, and do the whole thing, and that's how she turns heel.
I think. Let me cook here.
Oh gosh.
I think Jade immediately goes, this wrestling shit's easy.
Yeah.
I come in, I team up with Bianca, I'm tag champ. I should probably be women's champion next month.
Yeah.
And Bianca be all right, let's not get crazy.
Calm down.
Let's enjoy this moment. WWE is tough.
Yeah.
And she's for you, WWE is tough. It's not tough for me.
Yeah.
And she could even throw in I was undefeated back somewhere else. You know what I mean? And so she's just she will eventually have to be humbled.
Right.
And then.
And
that is when
Jade Bianca WrestleMania 41.
Something happens between Jade and Bianca. Jade probably hits Bianca, which also protects Bianca because, say they lose to Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, or they lose to Candice and Indy or somebody. Because I do think that's the reason why they put them on SmackDown for tag matches.
Yeah,
they do something like that, and Bianca gets pinned. It makes sense. Well, Bianca got attacked by Jade. That's why Chelsea Green pinned her or something.
Right.
And then.
I could just imagine Chelsea Green being thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. She's thank you so much. She would actually probably do it in fear and being I'm just gonna go. Are you leaving? Yeah.
Okay.
And she won't even take her title. She's Piper, you can go take her title. I'm gonna take Bianca's.
I love Chelsea.
But then they lose the titles.
Yeah.
They obviously start feuding, and that is when, because the whole time Naomi is you can trust Bayley, and Bianca's fuck trusting Bayley.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking trusting her. And then it's when Bianca and Jade get into it that Jade will probably fuck up Bianca in some way. And then Bayley comes in to save Bianca. And you're okay, I can actually trust her.
Yeah.
And then Jade, respectfully, will probably end up being the world title scene where it is Jade versus Bayley.
Yeah.
Because you need a massive heel, and there you go. Jade is the massive heel.
Makes sense.
That's the road I see them going down.
That's fair. Final match of the night.
Way more of a banger than I thought it was going to be.
It was definitely better than I thought it was going to be. I need to know what WWE knew that we didn't.
About AJ?
Because why is AJ
so,
specifically, out of everybody else, so beloved in France?
Yeah, no,
it
AJ
feels
is
so
loved.
random.
AJ had a bigger pop than Cody.
Yeah.
So maybe we take the title off of Cody. Just saying.
Don't
We can
get
take it
delusional.
off of him. We can give it to
Don't
AJ.
get delusional.
We could give it to Kevin Owens.
No, we can't. It's never happening.
And I do make the joke quite a bit of 3-star Cody, because typically his matches are about 3 stars. I think that this was his best in-ring match, if you're not counting the whole craziness of night 2 of WrestleMania. If you're not counting the story of the pec injury in the Hell in a Cell. I think just bell for bell,
I need that Funko Pop.
This was Cody's best match in WWE since he's come back, and arguably maybe just ever in WWE. I don't think it was better than like Dustin in AEW, but I think that was his best one in WWE. AJ Styles needs to be on every single pay-per-view for the year. I don't care if you're like, oh, we gotta put him on the card for something. Just give him 15 minutes in every single pay-per-view at minimum to just have a banger, because this dude is. A lot of people like
phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. He is phenomenal. But like a lot of people would say that about Dolph and be like, oh, he can drag this to.
Yeah.
AJ's a different level than Dolph. Like AJ will drag you to a 4-star match, and that's what he did here. Like, I give Cody credit. I make fun of Cody. I make fun of Cody a lot. He hooped in this. Worst cutter of all time. He hit the worst. Cody has the worst cutter of all time. That's my only critique of this match. That is my very, very small critique. He has the worst cutter.
He jumped too far. AJ was too close for how hard he jumped.
He always does, or he doesn't.
I don't agree.
Doesn't jump far enough and then nearly breaks his neck.
I don't agree with any of that.
Cody's cutters suck. I can't name a wrestler that has a worse cutter.
You're so dramatic. I really like this match. I think the fans. I still want to know what the chant was, like that they were chanting the entire time, because there was one that we found out during Cody AJ that is like a song that says phenomenal. It says phenomenal in it, and so they were just really excited to sing that song for him. That's fine, but like I put on Twitter, I was like, what was the chant that like the crowd was doing the entire show? And be like, oh, is this thing for the phenomenal? I'm like, no, that was for the last match. What was the chant they did the entire time?
It was after every cover. It would be like
no,
one,
no, it was something different. It was the one that sounded like this is awesome, but it wasn't. This is awesome.
Yeah, they would do it after every 1, 2 kick out.
No, it was something. No, it was something else. There was something different. They did that also. I'm 100% positive it was not that, because we can go back.
We'll go back
and watch the podcast.
We'll go back and watch it.
And I said it after non-pins. It was random that they did.
No, I'm not saying that it wasn't. They weren't chanting it when there wasn't a pin, but they chanted it on after every kick out.
It wasn't the same thing.
I feel as though it was.
It wasn't.
But
That's
we can
fine.
move on.
I'm right. So I still don't know what that was.
Women. You know what I mean? Women. Yeah. It was a really good match though, and the crowd loved AJ. I need AJ on every show. Why are you still staring at me?
You didn't mean a dick.
You just did the I'm right.
Because I am right.
All right, we'll see.
Anyway, I just like, I'm a little concerned.
About?
WWE saying that they have no significant plans for Cody until The Rock and Roman come back, respectfully or disrespectfully. It's your fucking job. Are you fucking for real? It is your fucking job to make shit work, to create feuds, to create stories. What the fuck do you mean? With the biggest champion in your company, you don't have a story until these two come back? He can't do anything of significance until Randy Orton is staring you in the motherfucking face.
Yeah, but you can't do Randy. You can't do Randy Cody yet because that.
Kevin Owens is staring you in the fucking face.
I don't want Kevin though.
Dom is staring you in the fucking face. Why not?
And injured.
Well, when he comes back.
It's when he comes back, maybe.
I just want Dom to have a title.
He had one.
Right, I want him to have another one.
I think that they're in a tough position because I truly think that Roman's coming back at like SummerSlam. So
I don't know if it's that early.
Maybe not. Maybe
I feel like they're talking about it like he's gonna be gone for so long.
I mean, Paul did say like he is gone for the foreseeable future.
Right. That feels like longer than SummerSlam.
Maybe. I'm just like, what? Because if it's not SummerSlam and Rock's not doing anything for SummerSlam, which, okay, no, that's probably what it is. It's probably Rock versus Cody at SummerSlam. And they're trying to find something in between.
But like, can we do something else?
But like, you have King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring. Sorry, I'm not a misogynist. And then you have Money in the Bank, but that's it. And then you go, you have Clash, and you have Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do Randy Cody for Money in the Bank, respectfully.
No. I think that's a Mania match.
That's probably Mania. If it's Rock Roman at Mania, then it's probably Cody Randy at Mania, which is great.
It's gonna be hard not to go to.
But then, I don't really know. I think that they're just gonna set up like what they just did with AJ, where it's like there's not a ton of story to the feud. I think it's probably LA Knight. I think it's probably. I really hope it's not Kevin Owens. Because I don't want Kevin Owens to lose another feud.
No, but I think it goes to like, you said this for so long. We talked about it a little bit before. But when they did Judgment Day versus Cody, Sammy, KOJ, and they did it for like literally like 6 months straight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting that same thing again, where it's like, I thought we were done with this. Like, when Cody finished the story, cool, moving on to something else. We're staying in that same fucking thing because Dwayne wants to be involved. You know what, Dwayne? I want a lot of fucking things.
I think that Cody's just defending champion guy.
Workhorse
Workhorse champion guy.
Cool, great,
until The Rock comes. But it does suck because there's not like this substantial story until
But
The
that's
Rock
what
comes.
I'm saying is like, so now we not only have to deal with this story going on longer, now we have to wait for 2 asshole schedules to fucking fit into this, and Cody's just supposed to fucking sit there in a corner.
He's got to put on bangers.
And wait.
Which he did.
No, but that's great. But like, I feel like the champion should have a story going on of some, even if they're gonna do short ones. Fine.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're doing
they're
it.
not, because there's no story with Cody AJ. They didn't do that.
Yeah,
there's none. So
they were
0 for 1.
both in Bullet Club. That was the story.
You are 0 for 1 in your first one.
I mean, Cody did say in the press conference that he kind of wants to run it back with AJ, so maybe they're going to give more of a story with AJ.
Okay, sure. Not going to be negative and say that's going to fucking suck, but we'll see.
I mean, I'm good if the match is good.
I can deal if the match is good, but I am a story person. I need a point to what's
I think I just don't care about Cody's story.
You never care about Cody.
I just don't care about Cody.
I
was just impressed Cody had a good match.
I'm just saying in a general sense, and this goes for anybody. I need a story involved. Like, if you don't have a story involved, that's why I'm like,
Depends.
That's why I'm iffy with tournaments.
We are so different.
I know we are.
I'm so excited for King of the Ring.
No, I'm good with that. But I'm saying, like, when they do, like what they did with Jay. Or, like, it was a tournament. And
that wasn't a tournament, though. That was a one-match thing where it was
whatever. But, like, I hate when they do stuff like that. Because I feel like...
Are you saying that you weren't a fan of the C2?
No, I like the C2.
Okay. Because that was my favorite thing
I'm saying
last year,
I don't like when they do tournaments or contenders matches and the winner has no story going on with the person.
Okay, so that in the way that Jay and Priest, they're trying to shoehorn a story in.
Shoehorn.
I read the dictionary. Me, Kendrick Lamar, same person.
Can I get you a word of the day?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, give me a Webster. Yeah.
Okay.
I do hear that because then it's like there's not a true reason to be invested in Cody and AJ.
Yeah.
But I think that it's really tough to be invested right now until you have a serious contender with Cody because you know he's not going to lose because you knew the dude that takes the title off of Roman is not losing that title for like a year.
Yeah.
Even though I heard Sean Ross Sapp, he was like, I can see Cody losing that Survivor Series.
Whoa,
I was like, that surprises me.
Sean.
That surprises me.
Stop that.
But I think Cody's keeping the title till Mania, at least.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I'm fine with that. And I can live with him doing stories with people that are gonna lose. I can live.
Yeah.
But like, give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something to give a fuck about. Like, I think they should have gone into the Bullet Club thing more. Like when they finally did the 2 sweet and he slapped him, I was like, cool. That should have been at the beginning.
Yeah.
We should have done something like that.
Maybe it is the beginning. Maybe that they're gonna revamp Cody AJ. Like
That's
this is a
cool.
longer
We didn't
story.
need 4 face-to-faces before we got there.
That was dumb contract signing and face to face.
I was like, bitch, I literally was like, didn't we do
it is unfortunate that God went with this whole bloodline thing because you could have had OC, God. You could have had a whole Bullet Club attacking Cody Rhodes as Cody Rhodes versus Bullet Club because Cody Rhodes never really was part of Bullet Club. That would have been cool. That would be fun. They're not doing that, but that would be fun. And if they're going, nope, we're not doing all of it, but we will do Gallows and Anderson, we have watered down this story. So, respectfully.
I don't know. I think I'm just like, I also think part of the problem is that I think for a very long time, WWE has been holding off big matches until the pay-per-views, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Now that's not even enough. Now we have to hold off big matches for certain
the big
pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so irritating is like the only word, because it's just like, so like then don't do Backlash.
Yeah.
So then don't do fucking, what's another one? What's another random ass?
I don't know why just Battleground comes to my head.
Okay, then don't do Battleground. Like that's
Clash, I guess, isn't a big one.
I think they're trying to make Clash bigger for like specifically their international wrestlers.
Yeah.
So that's fine, but it's like, okay, so that's big for 2 people, depending on where you go.
Backlash might be becoming that at this point, though.
But I just like, that's fair. I've seen people saying that Backlash, they should try to do Backlash at like a new
international spot every
somewhere
year.
They've never been before.
Yeah,
so
2025 Backlash in Italy. Yeah, 100%.
Honestly.
Giovanni Vinci, main event. It's the only Italian guy.
Don't get excited.
The family.
The family.
Oh yeah, there we go.
The family.
There we go. They get called up and then
Which
boom,
actually,
big Backlash match.
Pause. Let me come back to that. The family in a moment. There's a thing going on up here. I'm gonna be just stay in the kitchen. I'm gonna come back and cook in just a minute. Secret.
Why do I have to stay in the kitchen if you're cooking? Anyways.
Just stay there. Hold that thought. That's what I'm saying. I can't deal with this. Now I forgot what I was saying. Look what you did. What was I talking about?
Do you want it? Do you want your thought?
No, I don't want you want the thought? No, I want the one I had. What was I saying?
I'm holding one. Something about the. I just know something with the family. Backlash is going to be an international spot every year. Yeah. We were talking about Bullet Club.
No, I wasn't. You're holding it like a man. I don't want that one. You're holding that one.
I had to take the baby back. Or the thought back. Imagine naming a baby Thought. That'd be crazy.
Bitch. Okay. Anyway, you're breaking my couch, bro.
I wouldn't name a baby bitch.
I don't remember what I was saying.
You were frustrated with the like very, very minimal story feuds.
Yes, so holding off until certain pay-per-views now just feels ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so I'll just say what I was saying and see if it pops back up. They can do Clash at like whatever international spot and give like the one human or the 2 humans that are from there a big pop.
I'm sorry, there's 3, actually 4. Thank you. Actually, 7. There's 7 Scottish wrestlers.
No, for Scotland, sure. But I'm saying if they are to go, something like you said, like Italy, it's like Giovanni Vinci and that's it. Like, there's not a ton. Unless they do Scotland or, like, if they do Ireland, then there's, like, 4 or 5 big names. But, I'm just saying, like, it's just frustrating that it's, like, we have to wait so long for so many. That's one of the things that I like about AEW having fewer pay-per-views, and that's why I'm getting a little nervous because they're adding pay-per-views now.
Yes, that's what I don't like.
They're getting more and more that now they have April Dynasty, May Double or Nothing, June Forbidden Door, and I'm kind of like, whoa, slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
Because I like that, like, because they have, like, World's End is December. Mm-hmm. They don't have anything till March and Revolution, so we get fucking bangers on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Weekly.
And also, I think that AEW's, they don't have this, like, big 4. I mean, they do, right? But, like, they don't treat the big 4 as though we can't have Swerve be champion at Dynasty because he has to be at Double or Nothing.
Right.
They're like, no, when the time comes, it's Dynasty. Swerve needs to be champion. Swerve's becoming champion at Dynasty. Yeah. Which I think actually could end up hurting sometimes because, like, sometimes you do want to do the big moment at the big show.
Yeah. I think because this was the first Dynasty, it worked.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, and the card was fucking insane for Dynasty, so I think that worked. But it just bothers me that it feels like there's just so much waiting.
Yeah.
In WWE. There's so much, like, at least for, like, I mean, if you compare and contrast the 2 men's titles, Cody's title, respectfully, I love Cody, it is so much fucking waiting. Because we know because of what Roman did, we know Cody's got it for at least a year.
At least.
And then on top of that, they're not even going to do big matches for Cody until certain pay-per-views that we have to wait for.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's so much waiting there. And then Damien's title is like, how quickly can we switch the title?
Right, yeah.
It's like, so Damien's got to get
different.
it at Mania because Drew has to get it at Clash, but then somebody else has to get it by this time, and then
And
Gunther's got to get it eventually.
Berlin, yeah.
Like, my guy. Like,
I've,
it's so...
Yeah.
It's so 180 from each other.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that's so irritating. Like, to me, I'd be like, I hate that Drew has to win a Clash because Damien literally just fucking got it. I can tolerate it because that's already set in stone. But respectfully, Gunther don't need to win at Berlin. I'm sorry, he doesn't. I said
disagree.
No. I don't
disagree.
Care. No, because we're getting to hot potato with
it's
that
not
title.
That hot potato,
It is
though.
hot potato.
Because if he wins in July, and then Berlin's on like in October, August, September, he has like a 3-month reign with it. We don't need titles to be a year long.
No, but like Drew McIntyre finally gets the title. He gets it for 3 months because Gunther decided. No.
Because everything that Drew has had, he has needed his moment.
Okay.
Right? He didn't get it when he won the title. He didn't get it at WrestleMania. He didn't get it at this WrestleMania, right? He got it for about 2 seconds.
Right.
He needs his moment, and that moment with the fans in Scotland is his moment.
Yes,
it's his crowning achievement.
But I want him to have a reign, though.
That 3 months is fine.
It's not in WWE.
3 months is good enough. I don't need y'all to hold the title for you. You know who had the title for like 3 months? Never mind. That's a lie. Okay, it's close. It's close enough. Samoa Joe had it for like 4 months. That's a good reign.
No. In AEW, yes, it is. In WWE, no, it's not. Because in WWE, what I just say, they fucking wait for everything. They don't have, like, if he wins it at Clash, what's after Clash?
Money in the Bank.
Okay, and then?
SummerSlam.
Okay, so are they gonna have the same people face him at both? Are they gonna have 2 different ones? Are they gonna hot potato that too?
So then,
like,
Finn hates Damien. They go at it. Drew probably faces like Sammy or something.
Punk probably will be back by then.
Well, I imagine like Money in the Bank or something, right? And then it's gonna be Drew versus Punk at SummerSlam. Drew beats Punk at SummerSlam. He moves on.
You think Punk is gonna lose?
Yeah.
Do you think he's not going to throw the biggest fucking hissy fit?
No. I think Punk loses. I think Punk loses.
I would absolutely love that. Please don't get me wrong.
Genuinely, like I'm not even like trying to like shit on Punk or anything. I don't think that you can put the title on him.
I agree.
Because
for which reason? I have
durability.
12. I have 12.
Durability.
Okay, that's in there. Yeah.
No, I just think you give Drew his moment. You don't want to just rip it from him immediately, like how you have done. So Drew finally beats Punk, and Punk goes, "Damn, I can be a troll. I can be all of this stuff, and it can be really, really fun. I got to get back in the lab to actually be one of the best wrestlers because I am older. I am less durable. I have to figure out a way to become champion. Yeah, I am fragile.
John Moxley.
And I have to find a way to become champion. All right, let me stop worrying about trolling Drew McIntyre and go back to being a world champion. And that can be a whole story where Punk goes, all right, let me go. Enough's enough. Let me go off and actually like start wrestling, guys.
I think my thing is between like WWE does too many, like, for lack of a better phrase, throwaway championship matches. Like, Damian Jay, we knew Jay wasn't winning.
Yeah.
Cody AJ, we knew that AJ wasn't winning.
Yeah.
And WWE does that a lot.
Yeah.
Not to say that AEW never does those. They absolutely have those in there.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Kyle Fletcher was never win that title.
Right. But, like, Samoa Joe only having the title for 3 or 4 months. Like, yeah, he did, but he had a solid fucking reign.
Oh, it was great.
He had
great
matches.
Yep.
He had legitimate competitors
yep.
multiple times throughout that entire reign. Like, you didn't know sometimes when he was going to lose
Revolution, you thought he was going to lose. Yeah.
Right? If you do only a 3-month reign in WWE, you don't have that. You don't have that.
I think Drew can. I think
he could. I don't think WWE's going to set it up that way.
I think it's just tough for someone like Cody because of the position that he's in. I think it's almost the weight of the story or like the weight of the championship. Because Cody's championship, he can't
He can't. No.
Lose it.
They're stuck there.
Yeah, they're stuck. Mm-hmm. They're not stuck with the world title. And I think that's kind of why they created the world title.
No, but I think, like,
they're not stuck with it.
3-month reign after 3-month reign and then a 3-month reign. Like, I just don't like that.
I love that.
I hate that.
I love that because the title is changing. It's not super long, but the title changes 4 times in a year. Fine with me.
But I hate that because it feels like it doesn't hold as much value or something. Like, I just don't like that.
So you are a Roman fan.
No, I'm not.
That's what the people have said. Roman holds the title for so long, it gives it more value.
No, they said that because he doesn't show up, it gives his presence value.
That's true, too.
That's not accurate. That's
true,
not how it works. No. Put your fucking finger down. That's technically Solo now. It's not Roman anymore.
I do love Jimmy out of everyone. Jimmy also does this,
there.
so...
he ain't there.
I like Solo.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that they're in a position where Cody, put this all back to Cody.
Yeah.
I think they're in a position where they have to figure out smaller storylines for Cody until SummerSlam.
I need a story in it. I need something. I need to be a little invested.
Rock probably confronts him after Money in the Bank.
What is Rock doing that he's not here? Oh, it's Moana too, right?
Yeah. Actually, what might happen is someone wins the Money in the Bank, Rock bottoms Cody after Money in the Bank, and you think the cash-in's going to happen, and then something else happens. That prevents Cody. Yeah. Or Cody beats the Money in the Bank guy, which I would hate, but Cody beats the Money in the Bank guy even after being attacked by The Rock.
Well, I mean, it depends on who the Money in the Bank guy is. When it was Austin Theory, we were like, yeah, he can lose.
Yeah. I do hate the thing of, like, having the Money in the Bank person lose. Or, low-key, this would be the last real thing I say. Montez Ford.
Because you're still holding my idea, right?
What?
You're holding my
Oh,
thought.
yeah, no, I'm holding your idea.
Okay.
Yeah, Montez Ford turns on Bobby and Dawkins. He aligns himself with The Rock. The Rock bottoms him to win the title, and then Cody still beats Montez, but then Montez becomes, like, his next contender when The Rock's gone. Montez can be, like, Rock's sidekick.
Can Montez just be on his own, like, as a strong-ass man, strong, independent man?
Sure, but if you're Rock's guy, like, that's a huge position to be in.
I guess. I want Montez on a singles run.
I want Montez on so when Rock's only there for a day of the year.
Shout out Love in WWE, though, because that made me more, it makes me more invested watching the show.
And Montez has so much charisma, him and The Rock could, like...
It is very much, I think they would be a cool duo, but also, like you said, I don't know what is happening to your face?
I feel like they're giving it to Tama now that I say that.
Giving what to Tama?
The Money in the Bank.
I'll kill myself.
They'll give it to Tama, or if they're smart, they give it to Jey Uso. Because Jey could cash in.
No. Jey does not get Money in the Bank.
Why?
Because it's supposed to be for somebody lower to elevate them to
but Jey's never going to win the title unless he got, like, the Money in the Bank or something, because they won't give him the title. He finally wins the title.
I don't like that.
Cashing in.
No, I don't like that at all. I don't think it should go to somebody like that. It should go to somebody who is mid-card or somebody who needs to be elevated. Jey Uso, I'm sorry, title or no title, does not need to be elevated
Carmelo
to a main
Hayes,
event.
I get you. Anyways, I'm holding your thought. Do you want your thought?
Can I have it back? Yeah, thank you. Right?
Wait,
okay.
no, you put out your...
Bitch, what is wrong with you? It's not a baby.
Okay, maybe you...
Give me my thought. Okay,
maybe you don't care for your thoughts.
My point here, my thought that I was mentioning the other day was for the Uncle Howdy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This was fucking genius. Let me cook. I'm back in the kitchen.
All right, she's cooking.
When they do the Uncle Howdy debut, because we thought maybe that could be something Cody would do.
Yeah.
Right? But the issue with that is that the Uncle Howdy group needs to win their first feud.
Yes.
Obviously, if it's Cody.
Yeah.
They're
not winning.
So my thought process was, y'all hear me out, and I will wait for the jaws to drop, and I will wait for you to put in the comments that your jaw dropped when I say, bring up the family to go up against Uncle Howdy.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
That was it.
Oh my God!
You were so excited the first time I brought that up, and that's all I get now?
That's a good idea. You're cooking. You know, maybe I've had this meal, before, so maybe I'm just like not,
Because I brought it up to you the other day?
Yeah.
So now you can't be excited again?
I just said you were cooking. I thought that
was so disappointing.
I thought that this was going to go more towards Cody.
I'm mad.
But no, family versus Uncle Howdy would be good.
Way to no-sell my genius idea that you were so excited for the other day.
I kind of like the idea of Uncle Howdy versus Cody, though.
He gonna lose.
That's okay, because if he loses, he can go down the card. Like, there's only one way to go, and that's down from there, but then you can go, boom, mid-card.
You literally said that
Am I not allowed to be a man of change? Am I not allowed to think for myself?
No.
Why not?
Because you just no-sold my great idea. I was so excited to talk about this because you loved my idea when I first brought it up, and you just no-sold the whole thing. Now I'm disappointed. Now I don't care.
All right, so she no longer cares about Uncle Howdy.
Correct.
I like the idea of Uncle Howdy.
Don't even bring up the family again. You don't get to talk about the family anymore.
Uncle Howdy versus Cody could be fun though.
It's not. He's gonna lose, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. Everyone that faces Cody is going to lose.
Yes.
It's probably gonna be LA Knight.
Should go against Cody.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's okay because then he can go down and then he can still face
go against Cody at all.
Authors of Pain,
else.
family, Karrion Kross people.
No. Oh my God. What a waste of time. I don't remember.
See, but that's the fear is if they don't go and do a big feud, then everyone's going to go, why do I care about this?
No, you just went from Cody Rhodes to fucking Karrion Kross.
Respectfully, they're not that different for me.
Talk about a fucking jump,
Respect. It's a small leap.
When you're talking about in WWE, how WWE and their fans view those two things, they're very different.
Not to France.
Oh my God.
Not to France. Shout out AJ Styles, baby.
Oh my God. All right.
Phenomenal.
Let's wrap this up. Final thoughts, overall ratings for Backlash.
I'd probably give it an 8. Very good wrestling. The fans made it insane. I'd probably give it a 7, but the fans probably give it an 8. I could even see like an 8.5.
I would say it's like 6.5, and then the fans made it like an 8.
Yeah. I do feel like the fans could elevate it that high.
The fans elevated it a lot.
I don't think there was anything bad on the show.
There was nothing bad, but it was like the Randy KO Bloodline match. Like, it was a good match. It wasn't as crazy as I expected a street fight to be. And then, like, Tunga Yoa, that guy, was a disappointment. Yeah. Respectfully.
Yeah.
So that was kind of meh. Moving on, the women triple threat, like, it was good. It wasn't great. It was I didn't love the ending, but it was the right person won.
Yeah.
Women's tag match was, like, very messy, but the right people won. Damian J just was like meh for. That felt like it was really just for Damian and Finn's story.
Yeah.
Then Cody AJ was like good, but there's no point to it.
It does feel like a lot of times Backlash is really put into a tough position because it's right after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it's really tough when some of your biggest stars like Roman, Seth, and Rock are gone. And Rhea.
But also, hot take here. If they're going to do King and Queen of the Ring in May, also, get rid of Backlash.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
Just do King and Queen of the Ring. Because you can go from, like, if you keep King and Queen of the Ring at the end of May, you have plenty of time between Mania and end of May to put things in place where, like, King and Queen of the Ring is the opportunity to highlight some of, like, maybe those mid-carders and, like, the international and the U.S. titles that didn't get to be the main event or like the big stories at Mania. You can take those lower card people, they get to be highlighted now. Like Gunther Sammy, great match, like it was great at Mania, but like now like Gunther gets to be the main dude.
Yeah. So are you saying what I was thinking, where you don't have the titles on King and Queen of the Ring? Like Cody doesn't defend.
I think it's an option to not do that.
I think that would be a good idea.
Like if you don't, I do think that like we always say like AEW has too many people on it, but like WWE's getting to a point where like they have so many people that like, so maybe you don't, like if you don't have a big thing for Cody can do something on the show. Sure. But it doesn't have to be a match. Or maybe you do something where like say fuck it and have Cody do something fun. Like Cody Randy KO versus like the Bloodline or something.
You could do something like that.
Where it doesn't have to be a one-on-one singles match.
Which like, they did at King of the Ring last year in Saudi, where it was KO and it was the Usos and KO. I can't remember. They did something where it was like Roman and the Usos versus like KO, Sammy, and something, or they did something like that. They might have done that.
Yeah. But like do something. Make it so it's like mid carders, get to be the highlight.
Are the shine.
They're the highlight there.
Yeah. And it could also be a really good reward for the people that is like, hey, you didn't get a big Mania match, or you didn't get a Mania match at all.
Right.
Here's your moment.
You get to be on this show. You get to be highlighted here. And then also, because that's a couple months before Money in the Bank, if you put all these mid-carders in these big matches, see who pops, see who shines.
See who's elevated.
Those people can be in the Money in the Bank match, and then you can figure out who's going to win the Money in the Bank match.
Exactly. And then Cody can still have a ton of time to flush out some rivalry that he has.
Yeah.
Where if it's like, if they just had Cody and AJ just straight up feud the entire time until Money in the Bank, and then they had the Money in the Bank match, and then they had that, people would be like, dog, this might need to go to SummerSlam.
Right.
But now no one thinks that should be a SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
But that could have been their thought process. And I think that it could be really good for Cody to be like, okay, I got a long time until I have my pay-per-view match.
Your big moment,
But I'll defend the title on TV.
Yeah.
I'll defend the title on TV right now through the month of May.
Yeah.
Until it's somebody like AJ that you go, okay, this is the clear guy that they're going with.
Yeah.
But
I also think, like, an example could be Montez. Like, Street Profits are somebody who could be highlighted in a match at King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
And gets them in Money in the Bank. Montez could win Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I think he is a top person that, like, fans are wanting to be elevated. Yeah. That could be an opportunity for him. I just think it's a much better setup.
Yeah.
And I think I think something WWE needs right now is to highlight and elevate some of their mid-card and lower people. King and Queen of the Ring could absolutely do that. It elevated Zelina last year. They didn't do much with Xavier.
I was going to say, I don't know if it did. Yeah.
They didn't do Xavier Woods. But, like, they could have if they wanted to. Or they could have picked somebody else to win. But it definitely elevated Zelina a little bit. Like, and they're still wishy-washy with her. But, like, if their mindset, and I think Triple H has more of this strategic mindset, to use this to highlight those people, because then that helps you with Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And then simultaneously, Cody doing random fun matches that are just like shit people want to see. Like
Cody versus Mello.
No. That could then lead him to, like, okay, we put Cody in matches with a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
Do, like, him in a trios match for all we fucking care, right? Get all this different stuff going. That can help you kind of figure out, okay, what's the path for the big SummerSlam match.
Right.
You know? That could, I just think it could help all around.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that is the way to go, and Triple H should be working on that immediately.
That would actually work really well if it's a lot of guys fighting, chomping at the bit for that SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
And then The Rock inserts himself. And it's just like, nope, I'm over all you guys. To make you hate The Rock even more. To be like, you're such a dick.
Yeah, he does that already.
All of these guys are fighting. Like, Montez is fighting for this spot.
Yeah.
And Rock just is like, you can wait until it's my time.
Right.
And I think that could be a really, really fun way of doing it. So maybe but the issue is, now I don't want them to get rid of Backlash because it's having a tradition of the best crowds of all time.
But here's the thing. So then just move it.
What do you mean? Oh, like move Backlash?
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Because you already have a pay-per-view in May with King of the Ring. Like, you don't need
make King and Queen of the Ring the May pay-per-view. It's the one that goes off of Mania. And like we said, it's almost like switching. So like at Mania, the main titles are the main event, and the mid-carders are in the mid-card. They're down here. Go to King and Queen of the Ring, that gets flip-flopped. And then Backlash, you can do just like... you pick, like, it's a new place every single year, a new international spot, right? So it's a fun crowd. Just do fun fucking matches that people want to see, and that's what Backlash is. And then between those two pay-per-views, you can start setting up, like, Money in the Bank and SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a genius.
This one I'm a lot more excited for.
Yeah. Thanks.
You know what? I'm going to take that idea. I'm going to give it the care that it needs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say I think that's a good plan for them going forward if they want to take that. I want credit for it.
Yeah, I'm sure that Triple H will watch this.
He should.
Yeah.
But I think that would be cool if they did something like that kind of going forward. But yeah, I would say 6.5, 7. I think the crowd elevated it to about an 8.
Yeah.
But it was Backlash. It wasn't expected to be like a big thing.
No, it exceeded my expectations though.
I like the shorter card, but they all get time. I think that helped a lot too.
I love that. I love the pacing of that.
But yeah, so that was Backlash.
That was Backlash.
We'll be doing some more bonus pods coming up in the next few weeks. My I Said What I Said is going to be coming up within the next week. And then we will be back here Next time will be a double.
Yes.
We're gonna have King, Queen of the Ring, and Double or Nothing. So
It
it's
will
gonna be a double review.
Because the doubler.
Nothing.
Get it?
Yeah. Okay.
You get it?
Yeah, that's fine. So thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. Leave comments underneath this of any of your thoughts, concerns, questions, etc. And we'll see y'all next time.
Doses.